What's up, guys? It's been almost 2 years now. Actually, next month it will be 2 years since I first introduced Controlled Chaos to the world. And in all that time, I never told the full story, the real story on how it happened, how I came up with it. It was basically this cold, muddy day in February. We were heading out to Hay Canyon, you know, me and my family. And on that day, I wasn't thinking of building a brand. I wasn't, you know, trying to figure out how many subscribers, how many views I could get from a video. I was just out there enjoying the trail, you know, hanging out, throwing the Jeep sideways, playing in the mud, and goofing off. And what happened that day set everything into motion. And before I even knew it, Controlled Chaos had taken on a life of its own. So let's go back to where it all began. February 19th, 2023 in Hay Canyon. I wish I had some good footage, good video, but this is just going to be a story. So hopefully you stick around and find out how it all got going. So back then, Controlled Chaos didn't start, you know, as a YouTube channel or brand. We were just out, you know, goofing, having fun, out in the mud and the snow, out in Hay Canyon, just, you know, having fun with family. A couple of my brothers, or one of my brothers, had a slightly built YJ that he still has. You know, we had a buddy out there with us, and he had his built YJ a little bit. And my other brother had a TJ that we put a little lift and some Gladiator takeoffs on. And then, of course, the Gladiator the takeoffs came off of, we had it out there with some 37s. So, you know, a couple little upgrades on it. And then, of course, my recently lifted JK that I had out there. And we're just goofing off, you know, hanging out, having fun. No big plan, no set destination or nothing, just a group of us enjoying the snow and the muddy trails and what have you. And you know, at one point, I guess I was having a little too much fun, as you do in the mud, you know, throwing them sideways and just all chaotic. And my wife happened to look over and she says, you know, you seem to really enjoy this, slipping and sliding around like this, right on that ragged edge of chaos. And I just looked at it, I was like, yeah, but hey, it's a Controlled Chaos. It's fun, you know? And she got thinking, and hey, you know what? That would make a really good name for your Jeep. I know you've been looking for one. And the name stuck. You know, we put it on there with stickers and all that. And that's kind of the way I've always done the way I drive out in the mud, just right there on the edge of control, letting her slip. But just before it spins around, you know, you bring her back. So that's just what we did it. So as we're, you know, we stopped for lunch, hanging out and chilling and whatnot, and telling the family about what we discovered. Hey, we got the name for the Jeep finally. So we told them, and one of my brother's wives piped up and she's like, you know, that would make a really cool social media presence. And, you know, maybe you should make a YouTube channel or start Instagram or something. I just laughed it off. Yeah, right, whatever. You know, I'm not big into doing things like that. I don't even know what TikTok is, you know. And so we just did that. We just laughed it off at that point, and you know, I didn't think nothing. Didn't take a second thought of it, you know, at that time. But that's, the more I thought about it, the more it made sense to me. Like, hey, I do a lot of things based on Controlled Chaos, because really the hobbies, the passions that I have, they don't lend themselves to being smooth. So, you know, that's part of what makes it fun for me. The challenge is the chaotic what ifs as they arise. So in March of 23, I started the Controlled Chaos YouTube channel, opened up a TikTok profile, an Instagram profile, and started a Facebook page for the Controlled Chaos. It would start as a joke, turned into, you know, something way bigger, a way to share with you guys and anybody that'll, you know, pop open my videos, my adventures, builds that we do, the you know, maybe even some breakdowns and all the other unexpected moments in between. So it's not just about that Hay Canyon trip that got this all started. It's about every trip like it. You know, the moments when things don't go as planned. So you adapt. And I've had several of those in the past, but didn't think to record them because I was caught up in the moment. So this channel has been a way for me to bring that and share that with you guys and show you what Controlled Chaos is all about. You know, those times when you're right on the edge of control, but somehow it all works out. You know, the adventures that turn into stories worth telling. That's Controlled Chaos, and we're just getting started. But for me, it's not even just about those off-road adventures anymore. You know, I found a new passion along the way between doing research with other YouTube channels that share like content, and then doing a few just to create some videos as, you know, some of the revival videos and whatnot. And I found that I really do enjoy, you know, bringing an old vehicle that's been put out to pasture back to life. And there went my light. Cool. But, you know, there's just something really incredible about reviving an old machine that's been sitting for years. You know, hearing it crank over for the first time in, say, 20, 25 years. There's just nothing like it. It's just really cool. And so whether it's an abandoned classic or an old workhorse, it's just a new story waiting to be told. You know, just like with every off-road trip, every build, every vehicle revival, it's a mix of challenges, problem solving, and a little bit of chaos. But that's what makes it worth doing. And that's what makes it all Controlled Chaos. If you love off-road adventures, Jeep builds, and reviving forgotten classics, be sure to subscribe and follow along. Join the Controlled Chaos journey, where every trip, every build, and every revival is a story waiting to be told. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the trails we conquer or the machines restore. It's about the stories we create along the way. And trust me, the best ones are still ahead. We'll see you out on the trails.